My parents said I was too stressful for Christmas. Let my sister call the shots. Now they're homeless while I'm spending the holidays in peace. Growing up, my sister Brooklyn was the golden child. She could do no wrong. I was the problem kid, even though I never got in trouble or caused any real issues. The difference was that Brooklyn knew how to play the game. She'd smile and agree with everything mom and dad said, then do whatever she wanted behind their backs. I was just honest, which apparently made me difficult. Every Christmas, the same thing happened. Mom would ask what everyone wanted to do for the holidays. Brooklyn would suggest something expensive, like renting a cabin in Aspen or taking a cruise. I'd say maybe we could just stay home and cook together, save some money. Mom would look at me like I'd just ruined everything. Your sister wants to make memories, she'd say. Why do you always have to be so negative? Dad would back her up. Brooklyn works hard all year. She deserves something special. You could learn from her attitude. Here's what they didn't know. I was sending them money every month to help with their mortgage. $200, sometimes $300 when I could spare it. Brooklyn hadn't given them a dime in 5 years, but she'd show up with expensive wine and designer gifts that she'd put on credit cards she couldn't pay off. My parents saw the wine and the gifts. They didn't see the quiet bank transfers keeping their house out of foreclosure. Last November, Mom called me about Christmas plans. Before I could even say hello, she launched into it. Your sister wants to do Christmas in Miami this year. She found this beautiful resort. It's only $4,000 per person for the week. I was in my apartment eating leftover pizza from 3 days ago because I'd been saving money. Mom, I can't afford that. I just paid for new tires on my car. Well, maybe if you budgeted better like your sister, you could afford nice things. I tried explaining that I'd been helping them with their mortgage. Mom got quiet for a second, then said, Brooklyn told them I was lying about sending money to make her look bad. She had everyone convinced I was jealous of her success, that I made up stories to get attention. Mom said I was too stressful to be around during the holidays, that Brooklyn deserved a drama-free Christmas without me bringing everyone down with my negativity. So I didn't go to Miami. I spent Christmas alone in my apartment eating Chinese takeout and watching old movies. Brooklyn posted photos all week of them at the beach, fancy restaurants, poolside cocktails. My parents looked so happy in every picture. I blocked them all on social media that night. In January, Mom called crying. They'd maxed out 3 credit cards paying for Miami. Brooklyn had promised to cover half the costs but never sent the money. Now they had $15,000 in new debt on top of their existing mortgage problems. Could I help them out? Just this once? I asked if Brooklyn was helping. Mom got defensive. Your sister is going through a hard time right now. She's between jobs. Brooklyn had been between jobs for 8 months, living in their basement rent-free. I told Mom I couldn't help anymore, that I'd been helping for years and they chose to believe I was lying. She started yelling about how selfish I was, how I was punishing them for one mistake. I hung up and blocked her number. 3 months later, my uncle called. My parents had lost the house. They'd missed too many mortgage payments and the bank foreclosed. Brooklyn had moved in with her boyfriend the week before it happened. Didn't even help them pack. My parents were staying in a motel asking family members for money. My uncle wanted to know if I'd take them in. I said no. He called me heartless, said they were my parents and family helps family. I reminded him that I'd been helping for years while everyone praised Brooklyn for showing up with expensive wine. Now I was the bad guy for having boundaries. My parents tried calling from different numbers, sent letters to my apartment, even showed up at my job once, but security escorted them out when I said I didn't want to see them. Brooklyn called me last week, crying, said I needed to help because she couldn't take care of them. She was still between jobs, living with her boyfriend who was getting tired of her not contributing. I told her she made this mess by lying about me and encouraging them to spend money they didn't have. She said I was being cruel, that they were old and needed help. I reminded her about all those Christmases where I was too stressful, where my opinions didn't matter, where Brooklyn got everything she wanted while I got blamed for being realistic. This Christmas, I'm spending the holidays in my paid-off apartment. No debt, no drama, no family demanding I fund their lifestyle. My parents are staying with my aunt, sleeping on an air mattress in her basement. Brooklyn is probably between jobs still, and I'm finally at peace.